occasion and gave away an award, and we had to rush out for another event. But we've got the moments captured, and we're not going to we'll ensure that we still experience the health minister's presence here. Now, before I go on, it is my pleasure. Most times, while all of us, somebody needs to put us all together. We all coming from different places, different mindsets, different moods, different parts of the day, different things in mind, different priorities. But there needs to be somebody who can drive us all together into one common theme for this evening. And to do that, I cannot have anyone better than a good friend. I want to introduce the master of ceremonies this evening, Mr. Mike Murray. Good round of applause, please. A pleasure to introduce Mike Murray, who will be the master of ceremonies for this evening. He is now one of the most envious title anybody can have in the industry, in the corporate world. He is the Chief Fund Officer. If you have not heard that right, I'm repeating that. He is the Chief Fund Officer. He is responsible for creating fun at work. Okay? So he is the Chief Fund Officer and the Head of Internal Communications of Capgemini. And he has seen about 3,000 plus stages. I'm happy that Olympic Awards is another stage he's going to help on in 20 plus countries. He has 2 Guinness records to his credit, and he's delivered 2 TEDx. He's also been a BCCI commentator, and a guy who really fits into this evening's theme because he has his heart in its right place. He also runs an NGO by name EFGH. Probably he will speak about it as he speaks. So my pleasure to invite, put your hands together, to the master of ceremonies for this evening, Mike Murray. Nice heroic welcome for that one. I was just praying Rajesh doesn't speak for longer, because the more longer he speaks, they'll replace me with him for next year. But it's okay, but thank you Rajesh for the kind words, you're always a friend. I'm the same guy who hosted last year, except for a little bit of hair that's gone up, because people say there are 3 best forms of treatment that is available in life. One is allopathy, the second is homeopathy, the third is Tirupati. So my hairstyle is courtesy of my visit last week to Tirupati, otherwise I'm the same guy. Great to meet a lot of friends, a lot of you all from last year, and it's a very, very big honor for me to be on this stage, conveying these beautiful Olympic awards and taking this across to all of you. Meeting real life heroes who've made a significant impact in society and who've actually transformed lives literally. So I'm looking forward to meeting new heroes, unveiling them on stage, giving them the stage, and an honor to inspire a generation for sure. And I take it an honor of coming here on stage year after year. So thank you for that honor to all. Let's begin this beautiful evening on a very, very auspicious note. I'm going to request auspicious note when I say there are heroes here who have lived others' lives. Let's begin it by lighting the lamp and let that light of lamp spread across joy to many other millions out there. May I please request Ms. Pushpa Kandaswamy, Ms. Kalpana Murugaran, Ms. Akila Rajeshwar, Nalini Ravindran, Ms. Neera Kumaragiri, all of you to please come on stage, and can I request Founder Trustee of Alert, Ms. Kala, to accompany them. May I also please request the owner of the Golden Voice, Veerat Singh Harani, to deliver the invitation address, please. Golden Voice to start off a golden celebration again. Okay, thank you so much, Karani. We always respect your association. May I please request Mr. Kandaswamy Bharathan to hand over a small token of our appreciation to Karani, please. Extremely beautiful soul with such a God-gifted voice. Thank you so much, Karani. Always a pleasure. Thank you, both of you. Alright, as we get started, when we look back at the Alert's journey so far, there's been many inspirational stories that we'll hear today of people, real-life people living a story of heroes that is unearthed on this beautiful stage. Alert's story is one like that, of a
Between the action and happen, and the 108 comes. Then the gap, that's the gap only in the public loves. Sorry. The gap you're right. That gap is a very precious gap. So the breathing, the whole thing is there. It takes 14 minutes, 20 minutes, 22 minutes. But actually, one of the point is you have to train the local volunteers. The difficult area, you have to target each place more to accidents.
Truly inspirational indeed is. And the best way to actually, he lives in spirit when Alert, every volunteer of Alert goes and does something incredible. He lives in spirit. Every person whom we train in first response, it's a dedication, not just to one of the finest first citizens of the country, but one of the finest citizens ever of this country. Salam, Kalam. Thank you so much for that inspiration, Kalam sir, wherever you are, and you are blessing us through what we do. We'll move on to the more formalities of the show today, and we've got a fantastic set of trustees who are backing this beautiful journey, and it's our honor to invite the trustees on stage. For a round of applause, I want to bring them before all of you. Can I please invite the 5 trustees before us? Mr. V.N. Muralidharan, Chairman, Ms. Kala Balasundaran, Founder Trustee, Mr. Kandaswamy Baradan, Mr. V. Veerappan, and Mr. Rajesh Trivedi, co-founder and managing trustee. Can all of you please come on stage? Ladies and gentlemen, the 5 pillars, as you see, put a round of applause for them. We wanted to begin today's show by getting them on stage. Thank you, all of you. I'm going to request Kala to stay back for the founder's address, please.
Good evening, one and all. Good evening once again. So it was 2017 May when a few of us at Alert were looking at a news that had gone viral. It was about a young cyclist who was left bleeding to death unattended on a main road for hours while passers-by were taking videos and pictures on their phones. While it was extremely disturbing to read this news, it also made us pause and wonder, why is it that the extent of negativity and apathy that are being featured and spoken about, to that extent, the positivity and the dauntless life-saving acts that are prevalent never gets spoken about? Humanity, compassion, and goodness that still remains in the world needs to be celebrated to create the much-needed ripple of optimism in the society. We at Alert felt that it was a moral responsibility to bring out the unconditional and selfless acts of the Good Samaritans. This was the way of thought that led to the genesis of this inspirational celebration of ordinary human beings who put their heart over and beyond themselves to become the alert beings. And this award, the trophy that you see here, represents the alert being who puts the heart above themselves. Dear ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the board of Alert, it is my privilege and pleasure to welcome one and all who have taken the time off to be here with us today. I can assure you that this evening is going to be absolutely enjoyable, and when you walk out of this hall later today, you're going to be inspired and humbled. That much I can assure you. My hearty congratulations and salutes to the esteemed awardees and their respective families who are present here today. Dear awardees, we are supremely proud of you for your selfless and unconditional heroic acts of compassion. It's an honor to have you here with us today. I'm delighted to share that our distinguished chief guest for today, Thiruma Subramaniam, the Honorable Minister for Health and Family Welfare, was here with us a few minutes back. Although ahead of the schedule, he was kind enough to be here with us to honor the Good Samaritans, and shortly the video is going to be projected now, briefly. I welcome our distinguished guest of honor, Dr. J. Radhakrishnan, IAS, Principal Secretary, Health and Family Welfare, who would be joining us shortly. I also welcome our respectful members of the jury, members of the advisory board, sponsors, patrons, partners, guests, and the friends from media and volunteers for being with us today. I feel humbled and delighted to share that Alert has completed its 15 years of relentless service of saving lives. A mission that started off as a simple and a sincere attempt to empower people on life-saving skills so that they could respond to any kind of emergency rather than being there as a helpless bystander, has today spread its mighty wings to 10 states, having its bases in Chennai, Coimbatore, and Bangalore, training over 165,000 people, and having over 3,000 reported incidents handled by a trained volunteers. 80% of our trainings are being reached out at no cost, with purely stemming from the fact that a life skill like this shouldn't be denied to anybody just because they cannot afford such a training. And this wouldn't be possible if not for patrons and the corporates who have been supporting us. Thank you so much for that. And my talk would never be complete without recalling the fond and cherished moments with our mentor, former President of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, for laying down the profound goal for Alert to train at least one in every family in first aid and emergency care. It takes a visionary like him to subtly communicate charity begins from home. So let us all strive to be that first responder, trained person for your family, if not for anybody on the road. Let's all get trained for our own family and for our own selves. So dear friends, without further ado, I welcome you all once again to this fantastic evening ahead. Sit back and get inspired. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kala. Always inspiring to know about the Alert journey and wanting to know more as well. This is about uncovering real humans, and the Alert journey, the Alert Being Award, it's such good English put together in an award format, right? All of us are meant to be alert, but there are some people who go beyond the call of duty to be alert at the right time, at the right place. Some of us might be at the right time, but we don't know what to do. Some of us might be at the right place, but without the right skills, there's no use being at the right place. And that's what Alert does by equipping them with that life-saving skills that can actually go and save a life. And there are many thousand examples that will unfold today. Thank you, Kala, again, once again. The jury that selected this whole process, there are hundreds of nominations that come in. There's a jury that's formed who actually meticulously go through all of this and then shortlist some of these winners, these incredible stories today amongst a larger subset, right? And it's a matter of honor to announce and expose that jury to all of you, and they have done this fabulous job of unearthing these heroes today, so they deserve a huge, huge round of applause as I call them on stage. The members of the Alert Being Awards jury and the advisors to the jury, Nawabzade Shri Mohammad Asif Ali sir, Dr. J.S. Rajkumar, Mohammad Shakil Akhtar IPS, Ms. Veena Kumravel, Mr. Sujit Kumar. And can I also call the advisors to the jury, Mr. C.K. Kumravel and Dr. Renuka David, to please come on stage. Be a lot more generous, ladies and gentlemen. The evening is just getting started. Let's get warmed up. Yeah, of course, round of whistles, round of applause, everything works. They've done a huge job of trying to shortlist from all of this. It's our evening, right? It's celebrating humanity, and we should do it with a loud cheer. All three of you, thank you so much. More of you on stage will come soon. May I please request Mr. V.M. Muralidharan and Mr. V. Veerappan to please hand over our token of appreciations to all of them, please. All the deliberations that has been happening in the back. right, thank you to the advisors, thank you to the jury as well. Amongst a large set of people, I mean, the world is filled with beautiful people if you wear those glasses, right? And this evening is celebrating those beautiful people. And they've done this great job of shortlisting the winners today. We'll unearth all those winners very shortly. But the journey this far, the 15 years journey, Kala did summarize it brilliantly. But we do have an audio visual that's put across lots and lots of efforts, lots of sleepless nights, and a lot of happy faces that are smiling because they've given another person a life by being alert at the right time, at the right place. Let's see the alert so far journey.